It's Week 10 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Broncos and the Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they're halfway home, looking good, and a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You look at this Bronco defense. They played extremely well last week. in that win over the Packers.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. 5 yards, and that means they come up short, as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Broncos offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Achane on the counter. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll run for it with Achane. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Again, it's Achane. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Well, these two teams, they met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff now looks to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now it's gone. Another one caught by Collins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the ground, Achane. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run, Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Goff now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Nico Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Once again, it's Irving. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A run up the middle with Irving. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's Williams. That complete to Downs. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. To the air, Williams. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Williams. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And Gay knocks this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. He notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive, and they'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is gone. A short throw to Musgrave. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Goff. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. To the air again, Goff. Got a man, it's Collins complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Goff. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Nico Collins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. To throw, it's Williams. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw, Williams. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start with two cities that evoke memories of the 1993 comeback, albeit with a different franchise this time around, but it's Houston at Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. The Bills trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Joe Burrow has thrown a touchdown pass. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to throw is Williams. This taken in by Downs. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. And may hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Here's 2nd and 3. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Collins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Achane. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A run straight ahead with Achane. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Collins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Goff now looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Collins. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Williams. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. 7 yards there and a first down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Short throw caught by Pitts. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Handoff running left, Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Broncos Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Achane gets it from the gun. 83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, it's Achane. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
2nd and 9. And they'll give this to Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. There he goes again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Here's Achane. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now run by Achane. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Goff now looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Collins. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. This is Achane. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The D can only stop it 1 more time as they take the knee. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they will take a knee here. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. This to make it a 3-score game late. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way.